bolt your windows and turn off the lights.
Welcome to Michael Myers Minute, where we delve into the 1978 horror classic Halloween 1 minute at a time. I'm your host, Robert Black. We are in the Doyle house as minute 46 begins. Tommy has just asked Laurie about the boogeyman because Richie said he was coming after him tonight. Richie has to have said that when we were not looking. Minute 17, it was Lonnie who said the boogeyman is coming, and Richie, Lonnie, and Keith together repeated, "He's gonna get you." Yet Tommy specifies Richie. Laurie: Tommy, Halloween night is when people play tricks on each other. It's all make-believe. I think Richie was just trying to scare you. Second 6, we angle on Tommy and we get some of the best shots of the patches on his costume that I talked about back in minute 41. And I want to start Googling again, but I will resist. Tommy: I saw the boogeyman. I saw him outside. Angle on Laurie, and she is adorable here, both humoring this kid and dispelling his fears at the same time. Great performance by Jamie Lee Curtis. Also, I believe it was this scene where she says in the commentary, below frame she is holding Brian Andrews' arm down because he couldn't sit still. Laurie: there was nobody outside. 2-shot. Tommy: there was. Laurie: what did he look like? There's a great pause here, and then Tommy: the boogeyman. Laurie laughs, but it's a nice laugh, not to make Tommy feel bad, just amused. Laurie: we're not getting anywhere. Alright, the boogeyman can only come out on Halloween night, right? Tommy: right. Laurie: well, I'm here tonight, and I'm not about to let anything happen to you. Tommy: promise? Laurie: promise. Tommy: can we make the jack-o'-lantern now? Second 34, Laurie holds out her hand, Tommy takes it, and together they walk into the kitchen. Second 39, exterior, walkway to laundry, Wallace house, night. I do not know the address for this location. Jamie Lee Curtis says in her commentary that it was associate producer Cool Lusby's backyard, and the little building we see is indeed a laundry room. Cool was a friend of Deborah Hill's. John Carpenter, though, in one of his commentaries says this is a house in Universal City. At least one online source seems to think this is actually the backyard of 1542 Orange Grove, the house being used for the interiors of the Wallace house. A reliable source of my own, I won't say his name, but he talked to, among others, Cool Lusby for an upcoming book, says that the interior of the shed was indeed at Cool's house. And that house is up near the Hollywood sign and near the Hollywood Reservoir, where they filmed the sequences at Smith's Grove. I don't know where that house is, but the exterior of this shed, this yard, may actually be 1542. Because, and maybe I'll finally share these photos on Instagram, some photos of the property when it was recently for sale do suggest that there is some sort of shed in the backyard. Still, we will return to the geography of the Wallace property in maddening detail in minute 53. In the novelization, Annie does not know where the washing machine is and has to go ask Lindsay. And the exchange is great considering this is an actual laundry room in a separate shed away from the house. Where's your washing machine? Outside. Outside, Annie mused. I see, and I guess the dryer is in a tree? No, they're both outside in the little house in the yard. Why, may I ask? Mommy didn't like the noise? And she liked the inconvenience, I suppose? Annie walks to the laundry room. She is wearing a man's dress shirt and carrying her clothes to be washed. We get some nice piano and some crickets, and in the distance, a dog barks. Second 42, the camera starts to rise, and a tree branch hangs in the foreground. Not sure if this is a crane shot, and it got cut short. I thought they only had the crane for that final night of shooting, seen in minute 7. Or maybe this is Ray Stella or Dean Cundy lifting the Panaglide. Usually, in context of the whole film, I don't think I even noticed this slight camera move. But looking 1 minute at a time, it feels like some other shots, like that lingering camera at the end of minute 23 with the girls walking away on Highland in Pasadena. Director John Carpenter and or DP Dean Cundy are keeping us on our toes, even when we might not consciously notice it, as we might not hear. The branch comes into view and we look for a sign of Michael. Is he going to come into frame like he did in minute 15? Are we looking through his eyes right now? Maybe it isn't conscious in this moment, but we're panicking. We're looking. We're watching. Second 48, cut 2. Interior, laundry room. Notice that Annie has to hit the door a few times to get it open. We are being set up for a stuck door. Annie walks into the dark laundry room. The script says almost immediately the wind blows the door shut. This, of course, doesn't happen. In fact, the way the film plays it, when the door does shut, it's probably not the wind. Annie stands motionless for a moment, then begins looking for the light switch. In actuality, she reaches to turn on the light, flips the switch, and nothing happens. But the script says she's looking for it. Annie. Oh, and the minute ends. Mid-word. That is all for minute 46. A nice short episode after a few long ones recently. And we have passed the halfway point for the original Halloween.
Totally.
A quick update before I go on the dog trainer search. I was editing at minute 45 and realized I never went and looked up the dog trainer from the thing. So I looked him up, Clint Rowe. Turns out he did work on Halloween 3, but he definitely didn't work on the original Halloween because at the time he was in Canada filming The Further Adventures of the Wilderness Family Part 2. So, dead end. Michael Myers Minute is a production of Lemming Drops Studio. You can find more content at lemmingdrops.com. You can stalk me on Twitter and Facebook at Myers Minute, or Instagram Michael Myers Minute, or join the Facebook listeners group 45 Lambkin Lane. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a nice review if you like what you hear. Now, if you really like what you hear, or you want it to get better, you can join the Thorn Cult and donate through Patreon at patreon.com/MyersMinute. Until next time.
See you later. Bye. Bye.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?